The Minister of Water Resources, Malam Suleiman Adamu, has called for standard regulations to reduce the proliferation of boreholes and abstractions in the country. The minister made the call when he featured on the News Agency of Nigeria flagship program Forum in Abuja. He said one of the most important measures to tackle proliferation of boreholes was to ensure efficient municipal water supply. He therefore recommended an independent, credible regulator to support urban water management.
We need to, have standard regulations for borehole abstraction in the country. If there is efficient municipal water supply, if the water supply schemes, all urban schemes are working, and you can take delivery of water through your pipe into your house regularly, efficiently, there is no need for anybody to have a borehole. If they are running these boreholes at the same time, they will be interfering. One borehole will dry up. If one pump is more powerful than the other one will not get the water. So you have wasted your investment. So what we need is for states, and maybe subsequently when we get a credible and an independent regulator, private sector can come in and support urban water schemes. Once we improve on the delivery of water supply in the urban centers, then that will be fine. Rural areas you can't. Because of economy of scale, there are still small hamlets and so on. They don't need more than a borehole or an open well. Even developed countries, there are still rural communities where they don't have water and they don't have pipe water. It doesn't mean that every village and hamlet must have pipe water, but what is important is they must have potable water. If it's a well, let it be protected so that because groundwater is usually, if there isn't any underground contamination, it's usually a good source of water. It was only when I became minister that I started hearing of industrial boreholes. But now I understand industrial boreholes because so many bottling companies and beverage companies, they have huge 8, 10, 12 inch diameter boreholes that they are taking water as if like it's an underground river. And that is mining the water, because they are taking it at the expense of you and I, that what we need is probably not more than 2,000-3,000 gallons a day. Maybe they take 50, 100, 200, a million gallons a day. No, that is not acceptable. And that's why we said they have to be regulated. People that are taking water for commercial purposes, they are making money out of it. They are depleting the resource. So there ought to be a penalty. And everywhere in the world this happens. One of the false narratives that was being put on the water bill is that the federal government is going to take control of boreholes, that everybody must come to federal government to drill a borehole. No. The same way that state governments give planning approval for houses, they should handle the issue of approving boreholes. But at least let us know what we're saying now. We have the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency in this country, which is responsible for monitoring and managing our surface and groundwater resources. But nobody can tell you the number of boreholes that exist in this country. So we don't even know how we're abstracting water. We hope that at least we can have a standard regulation on how we abstract the water, and then we can issue licenses. We will know how much water is being abstracted. So what are we leaving for our children if we don't monitor and manage this groundwater? We are protecting the water, making it available for everybody, so that there is equitable distribution, and that at the end of the day, we have enough to live for our children and grandchildren as well.